First, thank you for having me tonight on your channel. And it seems, according to my good friends I spoke to in Washington, the Prime Minister had a very successful meetings with all the American officials, the Trump administration, and the Congress. And this is positive for the Kurdistan region. And the agreement, all agreement that he signed with American companies are going to bring extra money to that region that it's needed. And I believe that everyone in Washington, D.C. was very happy to meet with the Prime Minister, and they commended him for doing a good job in the Kurdistan region. Hopefully, the relationship will be strengthened, and Kurdistan will be one of the best ally the U.S. has in that region. As you know, the U.S. may be getting out of Syria. So I believe that there will be hopefully moving to the Kurdistan region, because Kurdistan did help the United States fighting ISIS in the past. So that's a very positive movement that the Prime Minister did in Washington D.C. And I am positive that the relationship will be a good one between Kurdistan and the Trump administration right now. Oh, yeah, it's going to be very good for the region. And Kurdistan, really, I believe that Kurdistan should be an independent nation. But unfortunately, the neighbors of Kurdistan now, you have Iran, you have Turkey, you have Syria, and even Iraq are against the independence of Kurdistan. I think the people of Kurdistan should decide for themselves. Nobody should decide for them. But as you know, the area is like a volcano, is going to erupt in the Middle East. But as long as the government of Kurdistan is working for the people, there is democracy where other nations don't have democracy. So this is a very positive, I think, for the people of Kurdistan who are working hard to move Kurdistan forward and in a positive way. And it's a good lesson for the neighbors of Kurdistan, hopefully to honor democracy and freedom in that part of the world. I believe so, because the leaders of Kurdistan believe in human rights, they believe in democracy, while other nations lack all those good qualities. Hopefully, in Syria, Syria will move toward democracy, and they will respect human rights. Most of the Arab world, as you know, don't believe in democracy. You have dictators, and the public, unfortunately, are not free to say what they believe in, and they should learn. Kurdistan is a nice place that its neighbors could learn a lot from the leaders of Kurdistan who are working for their own people and for the nation. Hopefully, it will be a future nation, because the Kurds, they deserve to decide for themselves, and they should not be really bothered by the neighbors. But as you know, we have conflicts in that part of the world. It's been going on for a very long time. And the only solution for the Middle East is solving the Palestinian Israeli problem. Now, unfortunately, now President Trump has been really attacking freedom in the United States. Anyone that doesn't agree with him, he likes to send security agencies after them, and we're against it, because the Republican Party, the Republican of Abraham Lincoln, that freed the slaves, that we believe in democracy and human rights, we believe in supporting any nation that believes in democracy. But unfortunately, look what's going in Gaza. We cannot even send a loaf of bread to the children of Palestine who are starving to death. So President Bush should be working for, sorry, President Trump should be working for the interests of the United States, not of the interests of other nations such as Israel, because what's going on in Gaza, it's unbelievable, and the whole world is saying nothing about it until recently. A few European nations, there is genocide going on in Gaza, and we want peace. President Trump should respect the people he deals with. As you know, President Trump doesn't respect too many people that he deals with. And yeah, go ahead. Unfortunately, now, after the Iraq War, George Bush and his administration had a new map of the Middle East by creating a Kurdistan nation. And the nation is supposed to be part of Syria, part of Iraq, part of Iran, and part of Turkey. Unfortunately, your neighbors were against it and still against establishing a Kurdistan independent state. President Trump is very happy now that American companies will be working in Kurdistan and making money. And as you know, President Trump likes to make money. He has been a businessman almost all his life, and he loves making money. And the American companies, I think many of them are happy that they signed the agreement with the Prime Minister of the Kurdistan regional government, and it's going to help the relationship between Kurdistan and the United States, especially the Trump administration. First, yes, the American companies and the Trump administration are very happy that the American company will be working with the government of Kurdistan in regard to the natural resources. And it's not like in Ukraine, because in the Ukraine, the American government will be in charge 100% of the Ukrainian natural resources. Secondly, the Kurdish army, Peshmerga, did a good job fighting alongside American troops fighting ISIS. And Kurdistan proved that it's a nation for everyone, and they're against terrorism. And it helps them in Washington, D.C., and especially with the Trump administration this time. Oh yes, because as I said, the Kurdistan proved to the American government and to the Europeans that they could depend on the Peshmerga, the Kurdish army, because they did a good job fighting ISIS and terrorism. And Kurdistan is really it's a beautiful nation. The government has done a good job moving forward, and Kurdistan is like an oasis in a desert. And really, my friends visited Kurdistan, and they were very impressed what the government has done in Kurdistan. And I wish that Arab states would will follow, would do the same thing. As you know, that President Trump doesn't like anyone to tell him what to do. He's a very stubborn man, and he does what he believes is good for America because he promised America first. And he's trying to work for the interest of the United States. Yes, he made too many mistakes in the few months, but hopefully he will rethink his policies inside the United States and outside because the economy is deteriorating, and we lost our friends when he says he wants to occupy Canada to make it the 51st state, the Panama Canal. And this is we are against it. United States is a nation that respect the integrity and the independence of every nation. You cannot threaten anyone to occupy them. And Canada has been our good friends and our ally for a long time. By telling the Canadian, I'm going to take Canada, yani many Canadians, maybe thousands of Canadians, are not coming to United States to spend their summer vacation now. They are boycotting us, and boycotting us is going to cost us too much money because the Canadians love to go to Florida, to California, to Maine, anywhere in the United States. And we're having now problems between the two people. And as you know, President Trump has about 70 million followers. Whatever he tells them, they believe him, if he's wrong or right. And it's really unfortunate because Americans believe in democracy and human rights. We don't believe in occupying other nations. We don't believe really in helping any nation that commits genocide, like what's happening in Gaza. And it seems that the Palestinian people are forgetting by the world community. There is no human rights anymore. Nobody cares, unfortunately, about the thousands of Palestinian children who are starving to death. And this is what you call a war crime. We want peace, yes, but we should have justice for everyone. As you know, that the United States worries about its interest in Iraq, and President Trump and someone who represents him must bring both sides together, and the Iraqi government must respect the integrity of the Kurdistan region. And I don't believe now they are happy with what Prime Minister Barzani did in Washington, D.C., signing agreement with American companies because they believe all the natural resources belong to the Iraqi government. And there will be some problems. Hopefully, it won't escalate. And President Trump will hopefully try to find a solution because we are sick and tired of war. And the region of Kurdistan should have the right to decide for itself. Nobody has the right to interfere in the internal affair of the Kurdistan region. Oh, I believe so because, as you know now, Europe needs natural gas, especially in the winter, and they are not going to buy from Russia, and the Ukraine cannot send them enough natural resources. So the natural resources, especially gas, natural gas from Kurdistan, will be sent to Europe. It will help their economy, and it will help the people of Kurdistan because, according to all the information I received about the Kurdistani government. They are the leaders. Most of them are very honest. Hopefully, all of them, and they are working for the people of Kurdistan. Not like here in Lebanon. Unfortunately, we have too many thieves. The economy collapsed here. The banking system used to be the best in the world. Unfortunately, it's collapsing. So we should send here the Lebanese government send a group to Kurdistan to learn how to move the nation forward and how politicians are public servants and working for their people, not for themselves. The visit was a financial visit. President Trump wanted the trillions from United Arab Emirates, from Qatar, from Saudi Arabia, and all of them have been racing to give him more money. And as you know, the Qatar offered him an airplane that is worth 400 million bucks, $1 million, and he was happy to accept it. According to this constitution, the president is not allowed to accept a gift that expensive. The Congress has to approve it. But as we know, our president has no respect for the laws, American laws, or international laws, or the Constitution, and he's going to accept the airplane. And it's going. I think it's going to be good for everyone. It's a very positive step that the U.S. agreed to open a consulate. It's going to be a large consulate in Kurdistan. That means we are now hopefully on our way to recognize Kurdistan as an independent sovereign state. I know the neighbors are not going to be happy with the U.S. opening the consulate, but the consulate in Kurdistan is in the interest of the United States and Kurdistan because we should have representatives. We have interest in Kurdistan, and American companies, the American employees will be moving into Kurdistan to work in the oil field. So it's a positive step, and we support it. And hopefully there will be a nuclear agreement between the US and Iran. It will diffuse the situation now, and hopefully peace will come to our troubled region because enough is enough. We have been the field for wars of others. everywhere in the Middle East. And our people had enough of destruction, enough of bloodshed. It's time now to have peace and work. All of us work together and open the borders. Have good relationship, respect each other in sovereignty, respect each other yeah, policies, and we should not talk يعني negatively about any foreign neighbors, because we're living in that part of the world and we're not going anywhere, all of us. So hopefully the consulate is a positive state, a positive reaction in Kurdistan, and it's going to strengthen the American Kurdistan relationship.